Hi. Hmm. Once again, you have joined us out of your curiosity and desire, and now there is a new fire within you. It is burning bright. It is wanting to add more and more to it. It is as if you have a feeling you can get bigger and bigger, your fire, but you don't know how big. So you are hesitantly moving forward and saying, give me more fuel for the fire, more fuel for the fire, more fuel for the fire. I want to see how big it gets. Now, we will tell you, of course, that fires get smaller, and you add to it, it gets bigger and gets smaller and bigger. So you can't have an out of control spiritual fire, because it gets smaller sometimes, like when your vibration is low. You see? So you build it up when your vibration is high, and it gets a little smaller when it's low. Maybe you ask if you can keep it in the middle all the time. We really don't think so, because you're human. So it's going to get big and small, big and small. Sometimes in the middle is just perfect, but you can't stay there very long. It's not your discipline. You must live, you see. So you must interact with others. You must interface with this electronic media. All of these things you see affect your fire. It goes up and down, up and down. The times you're able to stay most likely are when you're gathered together in a energetic time, when you are able to join with others who are like you. Then you are able to keep it in the middle like this. And of course you love that. Makes you feel, doesn't make you feel. You feel balanced. You feel it's in control, but that's incorrect what you're thinking. It's not that you're in control at all. Oh my, that's a new problem for you. So you are thinking that you are doing this vibration in the middle. What you are is allowing the vibration to come in the middle. There's a very important distinction here. If you think you are doing this yourself, then you will have to be responsible for the highs and the lows also. So you allow vibrations to flow through you. Sometimes you allow this easy one, which is the one that normally flows through, this balanced middle one. But you allow other energy from humans and media in also. That is what puts it high and puts it low. That's because you're human. Don't forget that. You are not in control of this. You are a little bit in control of the allowing. You're a little bit aware sometimes of being open. This you are aware of. So, as you are aware of this being open, that's the part you can watch. You can say, am I open right now? Am I closed? Am I open? Am I closed? That's about all you can control. You like to be open, but sometimes it hurts. So you have to close up a little bit, peek a little bit wider to see if it's okay. Some love flows in there and you open wider, you get hurt. You close up, you open a little bit, you see how it goes with you. That's what you can control. But that's the human way, so don't fret about it. Don't judge yourself for it. It is the way it must be. So, you're doing pretty good with that, aren't you? We've taken a load off your shoulders. You think you're responsible for so many things that are not your responsibility at all. Only the allowing is your part. And don't judge yourself when you open too wide and get hurt. Don't do that. You open yourself wide because you are expecting an inflow of love. So there's nothing wrong with that now, is there? If other things seep in, that's the human part. But you see, you are trying to stretch wide so you can allow more love in. That's what you're up to. You want want to allow more love in. We've equated this love with this fire, you see. You don't always like the fire and the love together, but we are going to use it today. Because sometimes when there is no wood on the fire, it gets very small. Perhaps you throw water on it, you know what happens then. But have you ever looked in the ashes and there's a teeny weeny little spark in there? Have you seen that? One little spark of wood that was resistant to water. We're going to call that your soul. It's tiny, 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 tiny little spark that doesn't go out. Just have to blow on it a little bit. Put some other little tiny wood there with it. Blow on it some more. You get it. Then you can rebuild your fire always. And your fire is love today. Because you always have a little bit of love inside, you see. All of you, all of you have a little bit of love inside. It's a spark of love. And sometimes your fire is roaring and you think it's going out of control because you've got so much love in your life, you can't believe it. How is this to be? And sometimes you have a little bit. Sometimes you don't have much at all. That's your human experience. And yes, you are working to allow as much love in as possible. You want your fire high and bright. Of course you do. Of course you do. That is why you are allowing more in. You are just practicing. Be gentle. You are practicing opening up, getting hurt, closing up. Not closing so far this time. Opening up, close just a little. You see how it goes. And eventually for a time, your heart will be wide open and full of fire. You are looking for the fire of love. You're going to say it because you've already thought it. There is much love here for you. Namaste. If you like these videos, press like and subscribe on YouTube and Messages of Love from Beyond Facebook page.